I have Nick from Toronto, Ontario.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, everyone does.
We all seem to know Nick. No. Hey, Nick, how are you?
Good. How are you, Leo?
I'm wonderful. Are you a best man or a groom in that picture?
Oh, prom date.
Prom date. How exciting. What can I do for you?
I've recently gone to a lot deeper into sort of software, and it's really been pressing my current laptop.
Okay.
So I'm looking at getting like a desktop replacement kind of thing.
What software are you using?
I'm running Vista, which is the
right there.
operating system.
Problem numero uno. It takes a lot of RAM.
Well, I've completely tidied it up. I don't have any of the translucents going. It's basically XP in a lot of ways.
Yeah, you turn off Aero and all that stuff. It gets a little bit faster. Yeah.
But I'm running programs like 3D Max, Photoshop.
Yeah, that's hard even on the best of times on a laptop because a laptop just isn't as full powered as a desktop. So I understand you want to move.
Exactly, but the problem is I work with clients a lot, and my laptop needs to be able to come with me.
So you don't need a desktop. You need a desktop replacement, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of the most powerful laptop I can find.
Well, the good news is Intel really has made these laptop chips, the Penryn chips, Penryn chips, very powerful. They're 45 nanometer, which means, the older chips were 65 nanometer. That's when they talk about nanometers, that's a billionth of a meter, and that's the size of the traces in the chip. So by getting those traces that small, the electrical wiring that small, they're able to get the chips very small, and that's good. A small chip means lower power consumption, cooler, better for a laptop. So a number of companies are now selling Penryn laptops. They're fast, they're cool, they're very reliable. You said you have clients?
Yeah, I do web design and a little bit of software design.
Oh, that's great. So you probably want a big screen too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm looking for something with a big screen. I know everyone says backup, but I never do, so a big hard drive too.
Big screen, big hard drive, big power.
Yeah, I've been looking at things like the Gateway P171XL.
Yeah, I'm not a big Gateway. I'll be honest, I'm not a big Gateway fan.
My dad has a Gateway, and I don't like it either. That's
Well, tell Dad that you're going to branch out from the family tree a little bit here. You can. I mean, there are companies like HP and Dell that make these these are really not exactly laptops. They're portable computers. This is the M2010. These have 20-inch screens. They're very powerful, but they're like a suitcase. I mean, this is a big laptop, and they're priced like a desktop. They're very expensive. If I look at the top of the line, we're talking a few thousand, almost $4,000 for the Core 2 2.33 gigahertz. I don't think, and it's got a Blu-ray drive. I don't think you need anything quite that powerful.
Yeah,
Mostly what you need is a lot of RAM, if you ask me.
Exactly, like 2 to 4, sort of.
Well, yeah, Vista tops out at 4. Vista 32-bit tops out at 4. And most of these laptops aren't going to be able to take more than 4 gigs either. If you can find a laptop that can do more and you can run Vista 64, that will help programs like 3D Studio Max. They need a lot of memory. Vista needs a lot of memory. And when they're fighting over, 2 gigs of RAM, of course it's going to slow the system down. So max the RAM, absolutely. Remembering that there's no point in going more than 4 gigs because Vista's 32-bit can't see it. You might, if those programs work in 64-bit Vista, and I think they probably do, you might look at ordering that. I'm a Dell fan. I have to say, for laptops, even for desktops, I really like Dell. I think they have very good build quality, good reliability. Their customer service, it went downhill when they moved it out of Austin, but you can pay more for their gold customer service, which will give you somebody in Austin. I think they make really great stuff. I'm not sure I'd recommend the 2010. I saw this the other day at a Starbucks, and it was like, what the heck? What are you looking at over there, Sean? The Eurocom?
Eurocom, yeah. A while back, Apple was boasting about how their MacBook Pro was the fastest Vista machine on the planet, and then Eurocom came and
This is actually faster?
They said it is faster. I'm not sure it's this model.
I have to say, I do not recommend AMD chips. They are hotter. They are not as fast. I used to love AMD, and I'm sure they'll come back, and thank goodness they exist because they keep Intel honest, but
they do have Core 2s as well. This particular one is AMD 64, so it would do 64-bit.
Yeah, any chip now will do 64-bit. I would absolutely go with an Intel Core 2. I would go with as much RAM as you can get. You can now get 250 gig hard drives. I like the XPSs. The XPS 1530 is a widescreen. It's a beautiful notebook, not very expensive, and I think they're going to give you as much power as any notebook computer is going to give you. That's what I bought. So I'm pretty happy with it. So I would say that would be my recommendation. The Eurocom, if you want to get the one that benchmarks fastest, I guess. But I never even heard of Eurocom, so
They're a Canadian company.
Oh, they are?
They are.
Well, in that case, we want to go Canadian, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it EURO?
EUROCOM.
Okay, and have you tried Eurocom?
I've tried Eurocom. They're a little bit less pretty than the Apples, obviously, but they are pretty solid.
For speed, this is the top of the
for
line.
speed, and they got SLI on board and all
right.
that other stuff.
Nick, I stand corrected. Eurocom. Eurocom. And not AMD, though. Get the Core 2,
they
okay?
have those too.
All right, we're going to take a walk over to the wild side.